Yo, how are we doing, everybody? So today I'm doing a guide on Osvald versus his Chapter 1 boss, Warden Davids. So this boss fight, we are joined by our compatriots Emerald here, and we are fighting two prison guards in addition to the Warden. So the thing that you need to focus on is definitely taking out the prison guards first, as they're pretty easy to take out. They don't have too much HP. It's a bit more compared to some of the other like random minions in the other Chapter 1 boss fights. I found that boosting my attacks, going for max boost, is not quite enough. Like even using this Ice Wind here, for a lot of others I would expect them to just die, but no, they actually have quite a bit of HP. But with that being the case, yeah, it's a lot of damage you take. Because Osvald, he does not have the kind of resources that the other characters have. Going into this chapter, I highly recommend looking for every treasure chest you can find along the way. There's 2 red treasure chests you can find, maybe more, but only 2 that I found on the way to this boss fight within the tunnel. There's not really anything you can buy. Like usually there's shops in most characters Chapter 1, but there is no shop for Osvald. There is like this one prison guy that has like 3 items or something next to the save point, but no real shop. So you're really going in here just with whatever you have. I'm doing this fight at level 5, and yeah, this is definitely one of the harder level 5 fights. So I would recommend doing this at level 7, honestly, just because you don't really have armor to wear and you're just taking a lot of damage. So again, I am doing this at level 5, so if you do this higher, things might be a little bit easier for you. You might be taking less damage. But the main strat here is, again, taking out those guards first. They're weak to the dagger, the staff, and Ice Wind, so you can definitely break them both at the same time if you're using Ice Wind. Just make sure that you have the plums to be able to get your SP back. And then yeah, once those 2 are defeated, then the boss will start to use its Enrage Attack. But you can cancel out the Enrage if you break the boss on that turn. Alternatively, you're going to want to defend. But yeah, you need to have like, I would say maybe 150 HP, maybe even more than that. The boss's Enrage can do a lot of damage. It can absolutely destroy you, even if you are defending, so make sure you're at max HP if you have to get hit by that. The boss also starts using new attacks as well. It's going to be reducing your speed, which is a little bit annoying, but not too big a deal. With Emerald here, essentially, if there's a turn where you're worried someone could potentially die, like their HP is going under 150, then definitely use Emerald's heal. The heal is very nice. Just that first aid, it doesn't really cost any SP, so it's something you can use a lot. And again, you can boost the first aid as well. So while the first aid initially doesn't heal for a lot, boost can make it quite powerful. And yeah, you can see I've broken the boss a few times, and yeah, this boss, just like its minions, just has so much HP, so the fight is going to take quite a bit longer compared to some of the other Chapter 1 boss fights. The boss itself is not weak to ice, like the prison guards are, so do be aware that you need to be using Fireball if you're actually trying to deal as much damage as you can. And yeah, you can see right here, I chose to defend with Osvald, because I do not want to die to this attack. 222 HP, feels like it should be enough, but yeah, no, you just want to defend here, because yeah, you can see right there. Yeah, we took over 100 damage there, and I'm not quite sure if I was just unlucky before, because I did another playthrough before doing this review right here of this boss fight, and yeah, I was getting absolutely decimated by the attack, so I'm being very cautious. Yeah, if you have a lot of boost points, much like with the other boss fights, I recommend to go ahead, like if you're at the full 5, just use at least 1, maybe even 2 to go into those break points to break the boss a little bit faster, because you can only use 3 boost points in 1 turn. You can't use them all at the same time, you can't use all 5, because yeah, it can only be boosted 3 times to that like ×4 attack. which is quite powerful in and of itself. But again, yeah, even that right there does not kill the boss. But yeah, that is... Oh yeah, no, I did forget about that, yeah. So once the boss gets into lethal HP, it is going to summon the prison guards again. They are easier to take out this time. They don't have as much HP, so if you're feeling comfortable, like again, if you're doing this at level 7 instead of 5 for me, then by all means you can focus them down. Alternatively, you can do what I'm doing. A single ice wind will break them. They just do not have the, they only have 1 breakpoint this time instead of 2 like they did before. So as long as you're willing to use your SP, you're good to go. As for the latent power is super cool. What it does for Osvald is it makes it so your magic spell, instead of doing damage to all targets, you can focus it on just 1 target and be able to do extra damage. So that's definitely what I want to do here. Since the boss is broken, we are going to focus that fireball just into the boss. And yeah, 722 damage, doing even more than twice what we were doing before, I think, because it was 300 something? I might be wrong, but yeah. The fight's basically done at this point. You do have to finish off the minions, but again, they're easier to break, they have less HP, so not a problem. I did run out of Inspiriting Plums, so unfortunately I don't really have the SP to just destroy them as quickly as possible like I would like to do. But it's fine. Once the boss is down itself, the damage output is so much lower from the enemy forces. So yeah, I'm just gonna melee away, and again, I can break them every single turn. So essentially, outside of the turns they get to take after being broken, they don't get to take any turns. So yeah, there we go. That is going to be this boss fight. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments down below. And yeah, that's going to be me. Peace.